Hello everyone, and welcome to my corner of the world and to my continuing junk journal journey. So I think this is the 5th in the series where I've been building up my junk journal. And so far we've got these pages and a cover. And since I was with you last time, I decided to dull down my paper. It was a bit too white for my cover, and I've sponged the edges and made them a bit more vintagey. So today I'm going to carry on and do another page for my signature. Now look what I found in my stash. It's a pack of well, really dark vanilla parchment, it's called. It's actually A4, which is the UK size of paper, so it's slightly larger than the American letter, but I thought we could do something with it. So my first instinct was to cut it to size, and then I thought, well, no, let us leave it at the size we've got and use the extra for a pocket. So I thought, well, okay, so my page size is about 5 1/4. So I'm gonna fold this like this. And rather than use a score, I'm just going to use my fingers. So there's my page, and with any luck at all, it kind of fits. Yeah, I might need to just, let me see. I think I wanted it 8, didn't I? And I think this is like 8 1/4. So I think I am just going to trim that 1/4 of an inch off of one end, just so all my pages are the same length. So that's that bit done. I suppose I could have ripped that, couldn't I? But a bit of a quick draw on the old trimmer. So then I thought, let us flip this back and make a side pocket. So my other pages have got like a pocket at the bottom, but this would make a side pocket like that. And that way I can use all of the paper and not cherry pick. I don't think I've got that quite square, but hey, I'm not going to freak out about it. I think that's still going to fit in quite nicely, especially because as you build up your thickness of your pages, then some of the width goes into the spine. So I think I'm going to be okay with that one. Yep, that looks as though it's okay. Okay, so let's see what else we can do with this. I said it's okay, you know, but it's bugging me a little bit. It must be the engineer in me. It doesn't come out much these days, but I guess it does. It's just come out today. There. Now, this isn't a very big pocket here, so I was thinking that what we could do is get some of this other paper. It's a bit too white, isn't it? Maybe I can use the blue side. And maybe to put a reinforcing bigger piece on there. So that kind of pulls some of the blue through. I haven't really got a theme for my journal. I don't think I'm that far advanced to start thinking about themes. So really I'm just going with ideas. So let me see. if I did that like 2 inches wide, let's do that 2 inches wide. That's going to be wide enough. So we're going to do 2 inches wide. You can see that this is a piece of paper I've salvaged from another project that didn't work out. Waste not, want not. Like that. And then I also found, so yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing, is sticking that on there like that. And that would give me a nice big pocket on one side. Now, I've got my favorite, one of my favorite punches. I love this edging punch. I have used it for years, and it never fails to delight me. Look at that pretty edge. Never fails to delight me, this punch. So I'm just lining everything up so that I get a continuous pattern. I remember the first time I ever came across one of these edging punches, and I looked at it and I thought, well, that's not a very wide edge. You know, and I had no idea how to use it. And then I realized one day that if you turn it over and use it and just sort of line up the holes each time, you can do it from the front, but that never occurred to me. I find it much easier to do it from the back. I found, okay, this works. I love this. Now this doesn't appear to have a direction, so we can pop that like that. So let us get some adhesive. Now I said the other day about finding a sort of a solventy based, I think this is a solvent based adhesive. Anyway, it's not as watery as some of the adhesives, the other adhesives that I've used, and it didn't make my paper soggy, which is even better. I don't have to give it quite so much time to dry. So I'm just going to maybe get myself a little this silicone mat. It's not big enough, is it? But never mind. Just pop that down, and I'm just going to let a little border show through like that. Right, and I probably should have put some adhesive on this part before I stuck it down, but I didn't, so let's use it as a learning experience. Are you coming out? Yeah, you are. Yay. I'm just going to put a bead of adhesive down there and then tuck that in. Now I had my little spreader around here earlier. There it is. This is a great little tool. Like that. And now I can just trim those extra pieces off. So one of these days I will feel confident enough to make do a themed journal, and I'll share it as I go along with you. So there is that. And then I'm going to use a bit of double-sided tape to just stick that pocket down. So I've been looking and thinking about other pages I'd like to create for my journal, and as I work through, I plan to just switch my camera on and just share them with you. and I'd love it if you were able to spend some time with me while I did this, because you know, we all have to start somewhere when we're creating for the first time. And you know, sometimes the hardest bit is just to start. Okay, can you see what I mean? I've got this lovely pocket, and I'm sure that in due course, when I start to make things to go inside, that I will fill it with something. So let's just go ahead and do a repeat of my pattern, because although these pages will be sort of far apart in the journal, I want them to have a similarity. That much I do know. Don't know a lot else what I want to do with my junk journal, but I thought it would be easier if I do like 2 pages with the same design. Oops, that's still not happy. Rather than try to do every single page differently, because that way, let me trim that up. We might be looking to find a little decoration to go on that bit. Because just the sheer enormity of, if I've got like 20 different pages, the sheer enormity of thinking of that many designs at this stage is quite overwhelming. So look at that. So I've got that pretty border showing here. So I'm really pleased with that. I just need to trim that little piece off there. So I've got some, basically I've got some paper lace. So what else can I do with it? Now I did have some other stuff. This was some ledger paper that I downloaded as a freebie from Jez Carpenter from Nigeza Creates. And I thought that that might be a very nice piece to put in there. So let me take a measure. Oh, look at that. I should be ripping, shouldn't I? So if I go from here to here, so that, if I do this like 4 3/4, that will give me, and I'm going to have to mark it. I can't not mark it. And you know, I still haven't found myself a pencil. It's a few days since I last did one of these, and I still haven't found myself a pencil. I said 4 3/4. So let's just get 4 3/4 there. So here in North Texas today, we've got 96 degrees out there, and they're talking about 99 tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't look, does that look straight? Yeah, they're talking 99. I can't believe it. And you know, we're only sort of just past the summer solstice, and we're just tear a little bit off down here. Oh, look at me. I'm really getting into this tearing off lark. Right. Now then, where's me dobber? Let's go and do this. So yes, this is literally just printed onto ordinary copy paper. So it's quite light. and it's not going to add a huge amount of thickness, but it will add some interest. So and while we're here, let's do the corners or the edges of this. And do the other side, because I'm sure to be putting something on the inside. I'm not sure what, but we will surely find something. And maybe I'll make it like a journaling page, or maybe I'll get some stickers to put on it. Or maybe I'll do some stamping so that you can then do some journaling on top, just to take some of the plainness out of it. Now I can't see the point of that, of sponging that spine, because that's going to be lost when I sew it all together. So how long have we been going? Oh, not bad, about 16 minutes. We've got nearly another page. Perhaps just do a little bit more decoration on it. And then, as I say, when I get to be making things like some tags and whatnot, I'll come back and share those with you as I do them. Oh, I knew I'd missed a bit. There we go. So I guess that's the bit that takes the longest, is this bit of putting some ink on my edges, like that. Okay. And now I've done all of that, so let's just put a little bead of adhesive. And see where that takes us. I think I got this adhesive through that well-known online store. And I like to use a liquid rather than a tape, because it gives you a chance to move the paper around. There we go. Well, that's looking quite good. So I said I would probably do something else in the corner. So maybe I'll just go ahead and put this on the back. So I'm gonna get rid of this piece, this little strip here, and see where that takes me. Oh, phoo. I know why that didn't work. Because there's that bit of cork there that stopped me, it's getting the good hard pressure. There we go. Make sure it's the right way round and I don't stick this in upside down. Right, so I can probably take a tiny bit off there without losing the numbers. Is that the way to do it, or is this the way to do it? I always thought that it would be easier to tear the thinner strip off, but it's nothing to grab hold of. And that's moved. Ooh, you little devil. Right. I tried, didn't I? I tried. Right. And that wasn't going to work for me. So we'll just take this piece off the bottom. And that will then hopefully fit there. It does. It looks lovely. We go ahead and get some ink on the edges. And that's the thing about the torn edges, is when it's torn, it kind of picks up more ink and looks a little bit more vintagey. Vintagey, chicy. Not quite sure how to pronounce to say it. Let's see. There, that's that bit done. So we make sure we've got it the right way around again. I'm paranoid about sticking it upside down, especially when there's such a clear direction. Right. So if you have any ideas or suggestions for my other pages, perhaps you just go ahead and pop them in the comments below this video, because I am always looking for inspiration, and sometimes it comes out of the most unexpected quarters. Right. Ooh. There. So that is what we've got going on. I wonder, we just got a few minutes. Oh gosh, 22 minutes to make a page. Not bad. Maybe I could use this doily as a stencil. No, that's not coming out. We'll have to think of something new for that. Never mind. But I have got, so I've got some doilies. Somewhere I had some other little embellishments. So here I've got some tiny little pieces that I could use to sort of stick something on the front here. So that might be an idea for something for the future, a little tag that I can attach there. And I've also got some lovely tea-dyed ribbon. So maybe next time we'll do something with some tea-dyed ribbon. I am going to call that a wrap for today. Now that we have got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these were some little checks that I need to reprint, but it's just a page filler. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got about a dozen pages for our journal now. And so we're going to pop them in there, tuck them away safely until next time. Well, thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed it, perhaps go ahead, give me a thumbs up. And I certainly want to thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. And I will look forward to joining you another time when we'll go ahead and make another page. Bye-bye for now.